All right, we are live, Dick.
All right.
How are you, buddy?
Doing well, Jeff. How you doing?
A little bit warmer weather today than usual. It's freezing all week, wasn't it?
Yep.
Week 2. Did you go on high school games this week or just Lemoyne this week?
Just Lemoyne.
Just Lemoyne?
Yeah.
I went to
Yeah.
Henniger girls and Bevo girls last night just to see Taz Scott get the 1,000 point. I think Liverpool. I mean, Baldwin's won.
Nice.
I think Baldwin's won the big. I left in the end of the third quarter. So let's go right into it. We'll have a Maya McLeod on in a few minutes. I'm gonna go through the boys' stats. Nick, I'll go through the top 10 scores thus far.
Okay.
Good to go. Okay, so number 1 in scoring is gonna be Gavin Richardson from DeRuyter. He's scoring 31 points a game. Nick, I don't know if you saw that or not.
Yeah.
Number 2 is gonna be Tyler Green from Sackett's Harbor.
I did see an article on that.
He's going to be scoring. He's scoring 28.5 points a game. The next one is another outstanding player, Zach Phillipkowski from New Hartford. He's averaging 27.7 points a game. Another beast up north, Will Smith from West Canada Valley. He's averaging 27.3 points a game. And then we got a local kid in Syracuse area, Amir Reeves from Corcoran, is averaging 25.4 points a game. Next one, number 6 on the list, is going to be Braden Davis. At Tustic Valley, he scored actually 25 on the dot a game. Another kid from up north, Dominic Sprague, is scoring from Bellevue Henderson, is scoring 23.7 points a game. Number 8 on the list, Hayden Dumas from Madison, he's scoring 23.3 points a game. Number 9 on the list from Waterville, Tyson Maxim, he's scoring 22.1 points a game. Another kid from Madison, it's funny. Number 9, Ethan Rivers from Madison, he's actually scoring 22.1 points a game. Then right here from Lafayette, Christian DeJoseph, scoring 21.8 points a game. So those small schools got some big-time scores.
Yeah, and it's always fun to see them when it comes sectional time. See them come into the sectional semis and the sectional finals. You get to see some of these schools that, I know we don't get to see as much as we'd like to, but it's always fun to see those schools come in and the crowds and the school spirit that they have, and see some of these kids that we see in the stats that are doing so well, and get to see them in person. So I look forward to that towards the end of the year to see a lot of these players that we're talking about tonight.
I think 2 years ago, I think the biggest crowd I've seen came from Lowville. They filled the arena up in red. That's all you could see in the stadium was red.
Yeah.
Yeah,
a lot of the schools they travel well, and a lot of the smaller schools travel really well.
And then I think the Brookfield school fan base for girls basketball is amazing too. I saw them at OCC 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it comes back. Hopefully there's no cancellations too while we're talking about it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and Maya's all logged in and everything, so I guess I'll just get her on now and do her interview, and then we'll go back to our stuff.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm gonna add her now.
Amaya McLeod.
Amaya, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's up, girl?
Hey.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
And inside, so staying warm, at least I can say.
Yeah, right. It's pretty cold outside.
Did you have practice today?
Yeah, I did. 2:30 to 4:30.
You guys are off, and then you play this week again, Friday?
Yeah, we play Friday and Saturday again.
Gotcha. All right, so I guess we'll jump right into it. If you didn't know, I'm Jeff Richardson. You probably heard of me, and then this is Mr. Nick Aversa.
Hi.
I wanted to get you on first because you were one of the newly
Hi,
1,000
Maya.
point scorers for Section 3 for the girls' side. Congratulations to, I can
Thank
say it in
you.
person. So let's go. You got one more year,
Yeah,
right? You're a junior.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I got one more year.
So thus far, give us your best moment in high school so far.
Probably committing to Youngstown. Probably be my best moment.
And then while we're on that subject, I guess you're gonna go right to the next question. What made you choose them?
I visited a lot of schools. I went on a lot of college visits, and I talked to multiple college players, and they're like, Mayo, know when you feel right at home. And I went to FDU the week before, and I visited their campus. Was really nice. And then I went to Youngstown. I got to meet the girls, meet the coaching staff, and the facility is really nice. They've been doing a lot of stuff with it. And I got in the car after meeting with all the coaches, and they offered me, and I was like, Mom, this really makes me feel like home, like talking to the girls and everything, talking about some of the stuff that they experience that I have, and, it just made me feel like home. And as soon as I was like, yeah, I think I'm ready to commit, I got welcomed with open arms there. They all texted me and said, congratulations. They can't wait to have me. So, it was just like a very family-like feel there.
Like that. Were they the first school? Were they the first Division I school to offer you?
No, I had FDU offer me the week before.
Oh, so that was bad timing then.
Yeah.
What next? I'm gonna jump right into you had a good AAU circuit this past summer too, right?
Yeah.
How is your relationship with Coach Wright?
Good. I've had many coaches, but he's been like one. He knows my weaknesses, and he knows how to push me, and he knows what I'm very best at. So, it's like really working hard. He stays up late. I'd go out to Syracuse, an hour drive, to go just watch film with him at 9:00 at night. So, he really put a lot of time in with me, and, he's like a father figure. He's more than a coach to me. He's always there when I need him at any moment of the day. I can call him, and he's always there. He's always helping me out. And, he always stays in touch.
Did he tell you that he was my boss the last 4 years?
He did.
He was. You got to be. You and Amaya Williams had to be the number one and number two girls that he would always say, "Do not miss a gym session."
Yeah.
And I remember when you guys smashed us 2 years ago in the first round of section.
Oh, he was talking about that a lot.
I think it was by like 20 something. Was it by like 23?
Yeah, it was the sectionals game too.
I remember that was the first round of sectionals at home too.
Yep, it was a great win for us.
How many seniors does Rome Free have this year?
We only have 2.
Oh, so you guys are coming back even more powerful next year.
Yeah.
How's your relationship with your coach now? Your varsity coach, the varsity girls coach.
Good. He's been my coach since 8th grade. It's his birthday today. Speaking of.
Oh, happy birthday, coach! If he's watching.
Yeah. So, he's helped me a lot. He's helped me grow. If I ever need anything, he's always there. Texting late at night, be like, Coach Bev, I want to get in. I want to use the shooting machine. Anytime. He's like, go ahead. He's always checking up on me, making sure I'm good. He's just a great coach. He's a great guy all around.
Have you played just basketball your whole life, or have you played anything else?
That's Coach.
What'd you say?
Has it been basketball your whole life, or have you played anything else?
El Bevilacqua, right?
Yeah, Coach Bev. And no, I was actually a dancer before. Yeah. I started playing basketball in 4th grade.
So you danced all the way up to 4th grade and played basketball after 4th grade?
Yeah. Decided it wasn't for me anymore, that dancing.
I like it. How are you good friends with Kaya too? That's up there. That's from New Hartford.
Yeah, she's one of my best friends.
Are you close by? Is your college in Ohio too, right?
Yeah, she's like an hour and a half, 2 hours away from me.
Did I play a part in it at all?
No, it didn't. Actually, I was like thinking as soon as I committed, I was like, oh wait, we're actually gonna be like in Ohio together. Like I totally didn't even recognize until after.
Well, you guys will be close. You guys probably catch each other's games, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. I'm trying to get out for some.
What would you say your greatest asset is to your basketball team right now?
What was that? I couldn't hear you cut out.
What would you say your greatest asset to your basketball team is right now?
Probably our defense. Our defense has been pretty locked in. Like offense, not so much lately, but defense, as long as we've got that, we've actually been pressuring teams, running up the score quickly. So I think we've actually worked really hard in defense, which is really good.
Everything's up to date. You guys are 10-2, right?
Yeah, 10-2.
Who'd you guys lose to?
We lost New Hartford by 1, and then we lost Notre Dame by 2.
Oh, so right in your backyard, you guys took losses, huh?
Yeah. Some
All
tough
right, well,
losses.
I got you. Nick, you got anything for her? Before I give her the fun
Yeah.
question?
So Amaya, when when was it in your basketball career that you realized that maybe I could go to college and play
I
this
think
game?
it was
You know,
really
when
I think it was really 8th grade year. I had surgery 7th grade year, so I really didn't get to play. And then 8th grade year, I went and tried out for I-90 with Coach Wright, and I made the team and everything. And after like seeing all those like competitive teams and going and playing like on the live circuit and everything, like I really like playing against all those better competition. I really was like, oh, okay, like I can actually like go and play somewhere big, like go to college and play. I'm not just doing it to have fun anymore. Like it's actually something I love and want to keep playing on after I graduate.
Did you play varsity in 8th grade?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Now the fun question comes. You get 3 of them. Give me your favorite player.
Favorite play? I'd probably have to say Chris Paul.
Oh, I like it. A point guard that does everything.
Yeah.
Your favorite meal.
Chicken parm.
Oh, you're fancy, huh?
Yeah. I have it probably like 3 times a month. I got to eat spaghetti before every game day.
My God, I like it. Your favorite sports team.
I really don't have one, but if I had to pick, I'd probably like watching Seattle Storm.
Yeah. And then, what is your favorite song to listen to before a game?
That one, I don't have a favorite song. I listen to a whole bunch of them.
You just rock out.
Yeah, I just put on the playlist and I just press go.
And then back to college. What are you going to major in when you get to school?
I'm gonna major in physical therapy.
Oh, so you'll always have a career after basketball.
Yeah.
Are they like well known for that major?
Yeah, their school is actually like pretty well known on physical therapy. They have a really good physical therapy program.
I like it. Who would you say is the toughest girl that you have to guard so far during your varsity career?
Probably Kaya.
Is it?
Yeah. Playing against her is always a battle. We played together for so long. It's always head to head.
And then who do you not in your last? So you've been on varsity since 8th grade, right?
Hmm.
So who's what team do you hate playing against the most?
There's been a lot of teams, but I think before it would have to be New Hartford.
Is that because you guys kind of all knew each other and you guys all know each other's games?
Yeah, and that game was always just like it was always a very close game. Like we'd always be head to head. Be like maybe the most be like a 10-point loss before last year. Like it was really close all the way up to the end. So it was really great battle back and forth.
I like it. Well, that's all the fun questions we got for you for today. We wish you luck the rest of the way. Are you guys is Rome allowing fans yet?
Yes, we've been open the whole time.
Oh, so what are is it Utica that's not allowing fans then?
Yeah, Proctor,
Yeah.
Whitesboro, New Hartford aren't allowing fans.
This makes no sense either because the Hartford boys are good and the Proctor boys are good this year.
Yeah.
Has Rome had to deal with COVID yet, or has you guys been pretty safe?
Our JV team has, but our varsity team, like all the other teams, we've been good.
I gotcha. Well, stay safe the rest of the way. Nick, you got anything else for her?
Yeah, I don't know if you heard me before, but I was just wondering, Amaya, like when you get to college, do you have an idea of what you want to study when you get there, or are you not sure yet?
Yeah, so I'm gonna study physical therapy.
Okay. All right. So you'd like to maybe be a physical therapist one day?
Yeah, ever since I had
see
hip
that
surgery in like 7th grade and I had to go through it for so long, I just liked how they were helping people and going through everything. So ever since then, I wanted to be a physical therapist.
Okay, cool. All right.
Like, the technology machines are crazy nowadays. What they can do.
Yeah.
So what's the
All right.
nickname for the Youngstown College? What's the nickname?
The Penguins. The
The
Quins.
Penguin. Okay.
Yeah, we're Penguins.
That'd be fun.
Okay.
What is this?
All right.
What is the
And
school called? Is it red and gray and white, isn't it? The school color?
Yes. Red, black.
And what
I think it's
conference?
Red, black, and white.
What conference do they play in?
The Horizon League.
Okay, the Horizon League. Okay.
We're actually doing pretty good. I think we're 11-1 right now.
Oh,
Okay.
they're doing
Nice.
better. They're good. They're having a great season, then.
Yeah, they're doing very good.
So
How many-
did the Youngstown coach relate to you what they see for you when you get there as far as position wise and how they see you fitting into the to the program?
Yeah, so they said I'm gonna be a point guard, and just like they shoot a lot. They're a very big shooting team. I could help off like driving and kicking. Getting in on the bigs, and when they collapse, passing out for the shooters. Shooting. Very big 3-point team.
Okay. And as far as your game goes, what would you say your strength is, and what would you say that there's something that you maybe not need to work on, but that you like to continue to improve?
Probably my driving game, like driving to the basket, getting there, finishing. That'd probably be my strongest point. And then weakness, I've improved on it a lot, but my shooting still, like pull-ups, 3-point, that can still get some work. But I've improved on it a lot since. Been working on it.
Okay. Yeah. I noticed in the game I saw you play, you had a nice step through move when you got to the basket. It was almost like a Euro step. And is that something that you practice or does it just come natural for you?
Something I practice a lot. It's one of my favorite moves. That and the spin move. Probably the two most moves I used a lot.
Yeah. Well, you're very effective at both of them.
Thank you.
And we want to congratulate you. 1,000 points and you're only a junior. I mean, you still got a whole nother year left. That's a great accomplishment. Before we let you go, talk to us about some of your other teammates. Who else helps you get free so you can score and helps you win games?
Most of our starters, all of our starters, when I drive and the kick's there and when they're knocking down shots, Taylon Frost, she knocks down a lot of shots, Kaylee Crossman, Alyssa Jackson, they knock down some shots, so it's easier for me to drive in because they're all worried about all the 3-point shots. So then it's really easier when everyone's knocking down shots to drive and score.
Yeah. Nice. And how did Coach get you guys to buy in on the defensive end?
We really did ourselves, just the hard work, wanting it. We've seen like last year we went 6-0, hard work. We want to win sectionals this year. So I think everyone's just really bought in on the defensive end and wanting to win and get the seniors a sectional title before they leave.
All right. Sounds good. We hope to see you in the end.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much for taking time to be on the show with us tonight. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
All right, thanks, bro. Stay safe. I'll probably run into you before the season's over for sure. If not, definitely when sectionals get around.
Definitely.
All right, good seeing you. Stay safe and good luck.
Have a good night.
You too.
Thank you, Maya.
Oh, you still
That
there,
was
Nick?
nice. She's a good girl. Yeah.
She's if you see her on the court, like she's just always full of energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want to I know you're talking about. I remember that MVP article that you were talking about. Do you want to go through that too? Because I know.
Yeah, we
I know
can go through that.
A lot of people have questions about that.
Yeah. So, and also too, we do want to shout out tonight's a big night in the Class D boys division because if Hamilton wins tonight, it'll be a milestone victory for Coach Tom Blackford. So we're looking to keep track of those scores tonight. It's a big night for him. So we'll see if he can get that big number tonight. But yeah, as far as, Lindsey Kramer of Syracuse.com, he polled some of the coaches on the boys' side and asked them, for their opinions, their selections for if we were going to pick a midseason MVP, who would it be? So they had a nice article about it, and I just thought we could talk about some of the kids that the coaches nominated for their team. From Auburn High School, we had Deshaun. Is that Strachan? Do you know?
Yep.
Is it
Strachan.
Strachan? Yeah. He's averaging 20.5 points a game with 3.2 rebounds. His coach said he reminds him of a Russell Westbrook type player. So that's quite a high honor. So he's off to a good start. APW's coach nominated Blake Pugh, who's averaging 20 points a game and 5.5 assists a game, and also Wyatt Stenard, 13 points a game and 7.5 rebounds. So APW's coach talked about those two players. Bishop Ludden, Gallagher Driscoll talked about Chad Cook, who's averaging 18 points and 10 rebounds for his team, and also point guard Jaden Holloman, who's having a great year, averaging 17.2 points a game. For Canastota, their coach talked about Clay Roberts, who's averaging 14.8 points a game. He says Clay is the glue that holds their team together. Central Valley Academy, their coach talked about Jalen O'Neal, 20 points per game, 6.4 rebounds, and 6.4 assists, along with 5 steals. So it sounds like, so it sounds like Jalen O'Neal is a stat stuffer. For Chittenango, of course, Alex Mosch, 19.7 points a game and 6.7 rebounds, and Tyrus Kelly, 14.7 points a game and 5.7 or 6.7 assists. Chittenango's having a phenomenal year in Class B.
I thought them in person. He's probably got 4 MVPs that he wanted to name, I bet.
Yeah. So Chittenango's having a great year, and watch out for West Hill. They're getting hot at the right time. I'm sure those two will see each other before all things are done. In the AA, for Christian Brothers Academy, Coach Wilkinski nominated Dan Anderson. Of course, he's the star of that program. 16.5 points per game. They got another big win yesterday. Cicero North Syracuse, their coach nominated Luke Paragon, 18 points a game, 7.6 rebounds. He's one of the better players in Section 3. For Cooperstown, Charlie Lambert, 12.2 points a game and 5.8 rebounds. Their coach said Charlie does everything for us, from scoring to passing to blocking shots. So I believe that's the coach's son, Charlie Lambert, but Charlie does quite a bit, and he's only a sophomore. For Copenhagen, looks like Javon Kloster Proctor, who's averaging 16.6 points a game and 10.4 rebounds, along with 3.8 block shots. So looks like he's a big player for Copenhagen. Corcoran, of course, Amir Reeves. We talked about him earlier. He's averaging 26.2 a game. I've seen Amir play quite a bit. He played on my son's AAU team over the summer, and he can drive to the rack with the best of them. I mean, he just gets to the rim and just finishes in traffic with some of the best players I've seen. So Amir's having a really good season. Fabius Pompey has Grayson Wallace, averaging 15 points a game and 6 rebounds. Fulton, Gavin Doty, 21 points a game and 11.6 rebounds. And also Sam Cotton, 11.1 points a game, 7.2 rebounds, and 9.1 assists. So it looks like Sam is not only scoring and rebound, but dishing it out himself. And Gavin Doty is having a great year for Fulton.
9 assists a game, that's crazy.
Yeah. Along with 11 points and 7 rebounds. So that's quite a line.
Jeez.
General Brown had Tucker Rossbrook, 19.5 points a game and 10 rebounds. Homer talked about John Barnes, averaging 11 points a game. Indian River has Stephen Dowry, 13.9 points per game, along with 15 rebounds. Jordan Elbridge has Nolan Brunel and Caleb Rouse. Nolan Brunel's averaging 10 points a game. Caleb Rouse, 11 points a game. Lafayette's coach talked about Christian DeJoseph, 21.6 a game, 8.7 rebounds, 2.7 assists, and 3.1 blocks. So it sounds like Christian DeJoseph is doing everything for Lafayette.
These are big stat lines.
Yeah. For Liverpool, Jacob Works. Ryan Blackwell talked about Jacob Works averaging 18.4 points a game. Talks about how hard he works. Manlius Pebble Hill, James Wildhack is averaging 15 points per game. For first-year coach Evan Dortis from Jamesville DeWitt. Evan's a great kid. He's getting his feet wet coaching at MPH. He talked about James Wildhack. Also, I would imagine James Wildhack. I wonder, that's got to be the Syracuse athletic director's son, maybe, huh?
They're all located in that area, so probably is.
Yeah. Yep. And then we got from Morrisville Eaton, we have Simon Thomas, 11.1 points a game, 6.8 rebounds. Also, Nick Brady, 6.1 points a game, 9.25 rebounds. And Aiden Berger, 8 points a game and 16 steals. Wow. That's a lot of steals for Aiden Berger. So Morrisville Eaton talked about those three players. For Phoenix, John Dion, 18.7 points a game, 8.2 rebounds, 3.7 assists, and 1.3 steals. So, again, another kid who's stuffing the stats. Yeah. And from Rome Free Academy, Caden McCaskill is averaging 17 points a game and 10 rebounds. Sackett's I don't know if you've heard of this kid, but Sackett's Harbor's got a kid, Tyler Green, who's averaging 28 points a game, along with 4 rebounds, 2.4 assists, and 2 steals. So
I believe he just hit his 1,000-point last week also.
Yeah. Yeah, that's quite a stat line. 28 a game he's getting. Skinny Ellis has Colin Gaglione, 16 points and 6 boards. Jude Pascal, 15 points and 7 rebounds. Thousand Islands talked about Braden Wiley, 15.8 points a game. Tully, Lane Edinger, 14 points a game, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. Utica Academy of Science is having a great season. They're ranked in their in the state for their division, and I think it's Mactang is averaging 10.9 points, 7 rebounds, 2 blocks, and 2 steals. West Canada Valley, Will Smith is averaging 27.7 points a game, 11 rebounds, 4 assists. So Will Smith is having a great year for West Canada Valley, along with Braden Shepherdson, 18 points and 5 assists. So West Canada Valley has a duo there that's really putting up some good numbers for them.
I get videos of Will Smith all the time. I think he averages probably 4 dunks a game too.
Really?
Yeah, they got a good coach out there too. He makes sure that he has the boys focused at all times.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. That's another school I look forward to seeing towards the end of the year. Whitesboro talked about Caden Morris averaging 16 points a game and 2.5 assists a game, along with Esteban. It looks like Onate, 6 points and 2.7 assists. And those were the coaches that chimed in with their nominations or their picks for mid-season MVPs for their teams. And, it's something to talk about. I don't know how much you put into mid-season MVPs. Like to see a full season together, but it just shows that there's a lot of kids off to a good start in the first half of the year, and a lot of teams off to a good start in the first half of the year. And it just builds the excitement for the second half leading into the sectionals, which leads me into my next thing. Jeff, I don't know if you heard today, but the big announcement was that all teams in Section 3 will qualify to participate in the sectional playoffs, which is a big deal because normally you got to have at least, I think it's at least 6 wins to qualify for sectionals. But because there's been so many interruptions and so many cancellations and rescheduling, and not everybody has been able to play the same amount of games. So they don't want to punish the teams that haven't been able to get in as many games because they've had things out of their control keep them from fulfilling their schedule. So what they're going to do this year is they're going to open it up to everyone to participate in the sectional playoffs, which is pretty exciting. And I got some big news for you, Jeff. You ready?
OCC. Say it's at OCC.
No, not that. I got some big news for you though.
I'm ready.
So that announcement came out today, right? So the first thing I thought of when when they say everyone can participate. Now that also, some schools may choose not to. Okay, some schools may choose not to participate, but everyone will have the opportunity to participate. And I think that's a big deal because there's some teams that aren't really getting it done right now record-wise for whatever reason, but they do have talent on their team. And if they get hot at the right time, they can make, they can cause havoc in the sectional playoffs if they get hot at the right time. But my big surprise for you, Jeff, is the first thing I thought about when I read that everybody's going to qualify is how they going to do that, who's going to put together those brackets, and how all that's going to come together. So Sunday night, when we have our show on Sunday night, the Section 3 Executive Director, Mr. John Rathbun, is going to be joining us on CNY Hoop Talk in the 315 to break down how all that's going to happen. And we'll get to hear from the man himself how all that's going to be put together and all the different things that is going to go along with having everybody qualify. So that's a big guest for us. He's going to join us Sunday night. So I'm looking forward.
We'll make sure we're together Sunday night too. Then don't let me forget that.
Yeah.
That's crazy you say that. He actually just emailed me the new media passes for Section 3. Everything's digital now. I told him I was waiting for him in the mail a while ago, and he said, nope, everything's digital now. And he hooked me up. So that's funny that you talked to him.
Yeah. So I was trying to get him for tonight, but he's out at Hamilton tonight because they're anticipating Coach Blackford getting that win tonight. So he wanted to be there as the Section 3 Executive Director, which is great. But he did agree to join us Sunday night so we can get the breakdown from the man himself as far as how those brackets are going to be put together, who's going to be doing that, where those games are going to be played, and all the different questions that go along with everybody being eligible for the playoffs. So I'm looking forward to having a conversation with him, and I know you are too. And I know our listeners should be looking forward to that as well. Section 3 Executive Director John Rathbun.
The big boss man I call. The big boss man I call him when I see him.
That's right.
How do you feel about the everybody making the sectionals though?
I definitely understand it. I mean, like I said, you can't penalize teams for not being able to play enough games to get enough wins to qualify. It's just we're in. Again, I hate to say the word, but we're in unprecedented times. And, if I have game, if I'm a coach and I have games canceled because either my team or the other team has COVID protocols and things like that, and I couldn't play enough games to get enough wins to qualify for sectionals, it's really not fair to not allow me that opportunity. So I get why they're doing it. I think it's a good thing. I think it's fair. But I also think it could cause some of the teams that are already in to be a little more nervous because there's some teams, I'm telling you, I think, I automatically think about AA and, Henniger's got a lot of talent on their team and their record doesn't actually show it right now, but that's a team that could cause problems in sectionals. Bishop Ludden's another team that comes to mind. A lot of talent, there's talent on that team. For whatever reason, they've had a lot of interruptions. They've had a lot of things to overcome this year. They didn't play for 20 days, all kinds of things happening. But they're another team that, if they get hot at the right time, they could cause problems in the sectional playoffs. So, I think it's a great thing for all the schools to be able to participate. And I think it's going to bring some excitement to the playoffs. I really do.
A lot of games to try to keep up with, but maybe they'll do it. Hopefully it's going to be a whole lot for the boys and girls side. I kind of don't mind it either. But I mean, just thinking of a team that's like 1-14 running into like a West Jenny or one of the top teams, a CNS, and knocking them out the first round. You know how much noise that's going to cause?
Yeah. It's going to be like the NCAA tournament when a 15 knocks off a 1 or something, you know? But yeah, it's one of those things on any given day, anything can happen. So that's why coaches have to prepare their teams to not take anybody for granted and come out each night and take it one game at a time.
I think another thing is going to be is that all those schools they're not going to be able to make up all these games that they're missing, especially ones that have missed it consecutive weeks at a time. Like letting in with 20 days, they're not going to make up. That's probably 4 or 5 games. They're not going to be able to make those up.
Yeah, and that's why they're doing it, which I get. You know, that's good.
And then I wonder if the stipulations, if we'll speak on it, is if a team goes on and then gets COVID, if it's just going to be a forfeit or not. I bet that's going to be a board decision that's going to be really, really tough to decide on.
Yeah.
Which could be, it could turn your season over. It could be good for somebody and a terrible heartbreaker for another school.
Yep. But, I think, it's the same for everybody. And that's just, I'm just happy we're getting the games in. And I'm just happy that they're not, they're trying to get in as many games as they can. And I think that's a good thing because, like I said, the last time we talked, and the kids need it more than anything. You know what I mean? The kids need as much normalcy as possible in this crazy time that we're in right now. So, I just think everyone's got to do their best to stay safe and do what they can do. And let's, try to get in as many games as we can. And I think eventually we're going to be able to, we're going to be able to crown some champions at the end of the year.
Some playoffs with you announcing the games.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
You went through it last week. Do you want me? I'll go through the standings for AA and A this week. You got them pulled up or not? You want me to go through them?
No, go ahead.
All right. So just hopefully it's up to date. Printed off this morning from High School Sports Stats. Still, you got West Jenny at number 1, coming in at 11-0. CBA 9-1. Liverpool 6-1. It's crazy to read the differences, but who's played 11 games and who's played 7 games and 6 games. Yeah. Liverpool at 6-1. FM at 6-2. CNS at 7-4. I know they've been off the last week too. I don't know if it's COVID issues or not, but I see they got a couple. Their game against Nottingham got canceled this week. Mm-hmm. Corcoran at number 6 is 3-4. Utica Proctor 4-6. Number 8 Henniger that you were just speaking about 3-5. Rome Freeze next at number 9. They're 4-7 for AA. And the Bishop Ludden is 3-5.
Yeah.
And then after them is number 11 is Baldwinsville 3-6, Nottingham 2-7, and Fowler 1-7 for AA.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's kind of anywhere. The crazy part is that just looking at it, I know that Baldwinsville scrappy. I think they upset somebody earlier on in the year, and then Nottingham's got a bunch of athletes too. I haven't seen Fowler yet. Rome's coming together too.
Right, and while you were saying that, I mean, Corcoran's got Amir Reeves, and at any given time he could take over a game. So it depends. Like I said, there's going to be some teams that could give some of the teams that have been playing better so far. They could give them some problems when it comes sectional time. I know West Jenny's got Nottingham tonight, and the big rematch on this coming Tuesday with Liverpool at Liverpool, and I know that's going to be one heck of an atmosphere and one heck of a game because I think Liverpool felt like they were the better team against West Jenny and got beat at their place, so I know they're gonna be amped up to try to change the story this coming Tuesday, so it'll be a good one.
You free that day? You going?
I think I am going to try to go to that game. Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to get out. I'm definitely going to get to that one.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go through A quick. I'll just do the top 10 teams in A. Number 1, New Hartford, which has been balling this year. They're 10-1. Camden, 7-3. Number 3 is Fulton at 5-3. Janesville DeWitt at 5-5. Oswego, which has a good coaching staff. Their coach runs a well program from the youngest to the up. They're 3-2. They're just getting back to it. They haven't had that many games. Number 6 is going to be Grimes at 4-5, who you know very well. Whitesboro at number 7 for A, 4-4. Auburn at 5-5. Number 9, Syracuse Academy of Science at 5-4. Number 10 is Cortland at 5-5.
Yeah, and same thing. Yeah, and same thing with the A division. You know, teams like SAS. I mean, there's some talent on that team, and a lot of times it's a matter of what team shows up on a given night for them. But again, they'll cause some havoc in the playoffs. JD played a lot of tough teams at the beginning of the year, but they're starting to really play a lot better as the year goes on. And Bishop Grimes, I think, also did the same thing. They played a lot of tough teams early. You know, they had some COVID issues and things like that, but I think they'll be in the mix at the end. You know, and of course, you know, New Hartford has just been consistent all year, so it's going to be really interesting.
I'll go through the top 10 for the Bees too. Number 1, Chittenango, they're still 10-0. Right behind them is Lowville at 9-0. And then right behind them is Utica Academy of Science at 9-1. Central Valley Academy at 9-1. Skinny Atlas 8-1. Little Falls 9-1. West Hill 7-2. Phoenix at 9-2. Marcellus coming at number 9. They're 7-2 also. And then number 10 is VVS at 8-1. So that's the closest division, Class B. 10-0, 10-0, 9-1, 8-1.
That division is loaded. You know, I mean, you just said who was number 10?
It's VVS, and they're 8-1.
8-1
because they just have the least amount of games.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about a wide open division. That division is loaded, and I can't wait to see some of those as we get towards the end of the year. I can't wait to see some of those games.
I was hoping that Chittenango played Utica Academy of Science, but they don't.
Right. They might have a rematch coming up with West Hill though, which would be really interesting.
Another one
because they beat West Hill. They beat West Hill the first time, and West Hill's gotten better and better every they played this year. So
they're young too. West Hill's young too.
Yeah.
They'll be around for the next couple of years. All right, we'll go into Class C. We'll do the top 10. Number 1 in Class C is going to be Tully at 9-1. We got Wheatsport number 2 is 9-1. West Canada Valley is 10-1. Dodgeville is 8-2. Waterville is 7-3. Mount Markham is 8-4. South Louis is coming in at 7-3. Cato Meridian is at 5-4. They're number 8. Number 9, Beaver River, 5-4, and then Herkimer's number 10 at 5-5. So after the 3 seed, pretty close there too.
Yeah, again, a lot of schools with good records. I mean,
it's can't believe how close they are.
Yeah.
All right, then we'll finish up. In the Class D boys, Sackett Harbor is 11-0. Hamilton is 9-0. The Riders 7-1. Cincinnati is 7-1. Madison, they have it number 5, but they're 10-2. Bellevue Henderson is 9-2. Copenhagen is 9-3. Orinsky is 6-5. New York Mills is 5-5. And then after that's going to be Faith Heritage at 4-6. So the top 10 for the boys is really close.
See, and even in that division, like Faith Heritage at 4-6, they're not a bad team. I mean, they give you a good game every night. So I mean, there's a lot of good schools in that division as well. You know, it's you know, all this, you know, pretty much all the schools have decent records so far. So sooner or later, someone's going to have to distance themselves from everyone else.
I see that the Aiden kid at OCC got a little brother. It's got to be his cousin for Faith Heritage, where he went. I believe it's his little brother.
I'm not sure.
Rojo's with the last name. He's been scoring a lot lately too. He just stepped up the last few games. They got to be related though. Because both go to the same school. I'm just gonna swing over to the girls for AA.
Yeah.
Speaking of Amaya, Rome Free Academy is 10-2. CNS is 5-1. Baldwinsville, who I saw last night, is 6-3. Liverpool 6-3. Henniger is 4-3. Fayetteville Manulus is 6-6. CBA and FM are tied for 6th spot, but CBA is 4-4. Utica Proctor's 5-6. Syracuse West is 2-5, and West Genesee is 2-11. Something you're not used to seeing from them the last few years.
Yeah.
They lost a lot of power though.
But I tell you, even West Genesee, I saw them play. They have some good players, and they lost. If you look at their season, they lost a lot of really tight games, like games that could have went either way, and they just lost them. They finally got over the hump recently. I think last week they got a win, but they've they've been losing a lot of really close games. So that's not a bad team at all. They have some really good girls on that team.
Yeah, they always contend every year. All right, we'll go on to A. Girls Class A. Indian River at 10-1. Cortland at 7-2. Auburn at 6-2. Number 4, Bishop Ludden is 4-2. Right after them is going to be Fulton at 5-3. Right after them, number 6 is going to be Camden. They are 6-4. Right after them is Janesville DeWitt at number 7. They're 5-4. New Hartford is 6-5. They just lost obviously close to 40 points a game with Kaya leaving for Ohio State.
Yeah.
ESM's 2-5, and then number 10 is Watertown. They're 3-8. So that bracket for the girls is wide open too.
Yeah. See, now in that division, like a perfect example is like, what did you say Bishop Ludden's record was? 4-2.
But they had a lot of games canceled too, though, right?
Right, but they're a good team. You know what I mean? They're
Yeah,
going to
absolutely.
be, they're going to make some noise in the playoffs. You know what I mean? But they just haven't been able to play as many games as everybody else because of COVID protocols. And one thing I did want to bring up while you brought up Indian Rivers at the top of that division, right?
Yes.
And their senior, Adrian Lamora, has been nominated to take part in the McDonald's All-American game. So that's quite an honor. That's she's one of 760 girls in the country nominated to be in the McDonald's All-American game. So what they do is they start off with these nominations, and then they eventually whittle it down to 24 boys and 24 girls. But just to be nominated is quite a feat. I mean, you're talking about 760 girls in the whole country. So I know she's intends to play for Canisius College, but she's quite a player, Adrian Lamora. And also, while I'm on that, JJ Starling, you remember JJ from Baldwinsville? He's at prep school and he's going to Notre Dame. He's also nominated as one of the 760 for the McDonald's All-American. And there was one other player.
Kaya from New Hartford.
Yes, Kaya. Yes, Kaya from New Hartford. Of course, you talked about her. She's moved on to Ohio State already, but she's also nominated for the McDonald's All-American game. So that's three original Section 3 players. That quite a big honor there.
It might be the most in a long time, if not the most ever. To be honest with you, we should look that. I'll look that up in the next show.
Yeah.
Jumping into the top 10 for girls Class B. Little Falls is 8-0. General Brown is 10-1. Cazenovia girls are 5-1. Mexico girls are 5-1. West Hill girls are 5-1. Coming in at number 6 is Homer. They are 7-2. Shout out to Coach Cooled over there, lifetime friend. Bishop Grimes is 6-2. Oneida's 8-3. Phoenix at number 9 is 7-3, and Skinny Atlas is tied for number 9 too at 7-3. Then we got Utica Notre Dame at 8-4, and Marcellus at 4-2.
Yeah. See, again, a lot of really good teams there. Like, West Hill comes to mind. I think you said they were 4-2, right?
5-1 actually.
5-1. Okay, they got a really good team. Catherine Dady for them is a great player. She's a really good player for them, and they got a good team, but they just haven't played as many games. And who were the other two teams that were 5-1 with them?
Mexico and then Homer 7-2, and Cazenovia is 5-1 too. West Hill, Mexico, yes. Cazenovia all 5-1 for Class B.
Yeah, so Mexico and Cazenovia too. They just haven't been able to play as many games as everybody else, but 5-1. I mean, that's a good record, and I'm telling you, some of these teams that don't have as glamorous a record as some of the ones that are at the top that have played like an Indian River 11-0. Some of these teams that have only played 5-6 games, they're gonna make some noise in the playoffs.
All right, we'll jump into Class C. At number 1, undefeated Thousand Islands is 8-0. West Canada Valley girls are 7-1. Mount Markham is 10-2. Waterville girls are 9-2. Number 5 is going to be Lafayette, 8-2. After them is Weedsport at 7-2. Tied at 7 for there's a tie. They're 8-4 is Frankfurt Schroller. And then Sandy Creek is also 6-3. Number 9, Cooperstown is 5-4. And then Tully's 5-4, and Westmoreland is 5-6.
Yeah.
They're
How
close.
about
So I'm
West
wondering how
Canada? Yeah, how about West Canada Valley? Both the boys and the girls are having really good years, and so
boys
is
and
who else did you just say? West Canada Valley, Mount Markham.
yep.
Both of their
And
boys and girls teams are having good seasons.
Weedsport and Tully also.
Yeah, yeah. That's got to be fun, when the school has both the boys and the girls teams playing well in the same year. That's got to be a lot of fun, and inside the school, a lot as far as the school spirit and things like that. Those are the times when you get older, you look back on, and those are the best times of your life when you think back about it.
I don't know. I made a post the other day. I said I like the idea of the varsity girls and playing right before the varsity boys, so
Yeah,
everybody can come out and cheer for both their school teams at once, and then let the JVs play together on the same day.
yeah, I like it.
Going to Class D, we got Thousand Islands. Girls are 8-0. Coming in next after them is. Did I print this twice? It's gonna be. Oh, you know what? I messed up. I printed Class D twice. I mean Class C twice.
Okay.
So Class C will have to do it. Class D, I forgot you, but I'll get you Sunday.
That's okay.
That's what happens when the printer at work shuts down. And then I'll just go through the top scoring girls. I'll go through quick.
Yeah.
The top 10. Number 1 is Kaya Henderson. She was averaging 38 points a game before she left. Next up is I know that's crazy. Next up is a well-known name is Jackie Paddock from South Jefferson. She's averaging 26.8 points a game.
Yep.
And then the name is going to be hard. I want to say it's Chiana Pepino from Lafayette, 25.4 points a game. And after her is going to be Logan Kukenham from Poland, 23.5 points a game. Next is a well-known name, Amari Strife, 22 points a game, exactly. Another one is Gemma Jordan from New York Mills, averaging 20.8 points a game. Sky Simmons from Frankfurt, she's averaging 20.8 points a game. Riley Cox from Onondaga has 20.4 points a game. Coming in at number 9 is Carly Shilak from Casanova, 19.8 points a game. And from Marcellus, Katie McAlan, 19 points a game on the dot. So the girls got some scores this year right here with the boys too.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, a lot of good players out there. A lot of good girls and boys on both on these teams really having good years this year.
Yeah, I can't wait till sectionals come around. I just want to see how they're going to do it.
Yeah.
Imagine if it was around to 64. Put double A and A together, and B, C, and D together. Imagine that.
Yeah. Yeah.
What OCC in Lemoyne back yet?
Yeah, so I just want to remind you before we close out that this Saturday, the Lemoyne Dolphins have a women's and men's doubleheader. The women play at 1 p.m. Against Southern New Hampshire University, and the men play at 3 p.m. also against Southern New Hampshire University. That's this Saturday. This Saturday, I think, is going to be a high of 6 and a low of -10. So if you want to be somewhere warm and be entertained, you can come to Lemoyne College and check out the Dolphins at both 1 and 3. And then I'll keep reminding you as we get closer, but the OCC women will be back in action at Allen Hall Gymnasium up on the campus of OCC on January 22nd at 1 p.m. against Cayuga Community College. And the men will follow them on that same day, January 22nd, against Cayuga at 3 p.m. So 1 and 3 on the 22nd up at OCC. And again, I can't stress enough the quality of basketball being played at both of those schools right here in Central New York.
And then Lemoyne, Lemoyne played last night, right?
Yes. Yeah. Let me see.
Or maybe I'm thinking ahead.
Yeah. I think, well, no, they play, Saturday. I did a yeah, it was another game last night, but I think it's Saturday. Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, they're probably not even all back on campus yet, are they? Are they
No,
just
I
getting?
think they are. Yeah, I think they are. Yep. You got to
So
come out and
Sunday.
see one of the games.
Oh, no, I got to get there Saturday. Hopefully, I can. I don't have
Yeah.
any. There's gonna be an actual game Saturday. Um, and then so next episode, me and Nick will be together because that's gonna be a special one. We won't have any issues there. We'll probably find if you want me to come, we can find somewhere fun to go where there's
Yeah.
good service. There.
Sunday night, the executive director of Section 3, John Rathbun, will join CNY Hoop Talk in the 315.
That'll be fun. Everybody
Yeah.
have to tune in for that one.
Yep.
All right. Anything else you want to get on before we go?
That's it, my friend. It was nice talking to you again. Love talking about the kids and the schools and the coaches and the teams. Look forward to Sunday.
Sounds good. I'll shoot me a text and we'll find somewhere to get up and have it all set up perfect for the executive boss man.
There you go.
All right, I'll
right,
text
Jeff.
you. I'll
All
see you
right.
later.
Take care.
You too.
Bye-bye.